Hello, this is video number 4 in the YPA2 program titled Lose Win. So this is a follow-up to the last video where we talked about the lose-lose, where both parties were responsible for it leading to a fight, and there was probably very high ramifications for that happening, physically and legally and what have you. This one will be where technically you're losing in this situation in a different way. Not necessarily a fight may not actually break out, but it will mentally probably stick with you a very long time. Okay, so this is going to be one of those scenarios where after it's done, even if it doesn't lead to a fight, you're going to say to yourself, I feel awful. Why didn't I say something? Why didn't I do this? I should have did that. I should have said this. Why didn't I stick up for myself? I let them say things to my friends as well. My friends probably don't have respect for me. And it really sticks with you, and it can affect you in a lot of aspects of your life, you know, like in school or socially and things like that. So it's not the best, even though it doesn't technically lead to a fight in this scenario. It can be just as bad from those aspects, and you don't want to do that because it's not a healthy way to live. So we're going to go through this scenario, and the idea of this is just for you to see if there's any tendencies that you see in yourself in this scenario, and you know, again, we'll talk about how to deal with this. So the scenario is the same. You're in the food court at the mall. You're getting a bite to eat with your friends. There's another group of kids who are at a table, a couple tables down. There happens to be an attractive girl sitting there that you happen to take notice of, and you're glancing over there. And again, in phase 5, or I'm sorry, phase 1, jumping ahead here. Phase 1 is the hard stare. So the guy sitting next to her, which is more than likely her boyfriend, is giving you a hard stare back. And so in this case, basically, you tend to nervously look down. Okay, so he kind of gives you the hard stare back. What are you looking at? And you see, and all of a sudden you do one of these. Okay, very sheepishly, scared, nervous. You look down like, uh-oh, I got caught, and I'm afraid of this guy. So that's how that happens in this case. In phase 1. Phase 2 is you got a problem, bro. Okay, so basically in this time, you know, you have you know, looked down. You're kind of scattered. You're nervous. Maybe even your friends at the table don't even realize what's going on. And he you know, gave you the hard stare. Now he's on phase 2 and says, "Yo, bro, you got a problem? You looking over here at my girlfriend?" or something like that. And you continue to nervously look down. You don't respond to him, and you probably are trying to ignore it and hope it goes away, and you probably are doing quick stares back just to see if he's still looking or what. So basically he says, "You got a problem, bro?" You look down, you're looking around, you're looking back at him a little bit, you're getting nervous, maybe like kind of squirming in your seat, you're looking back up again, right? So you're doing that kind of thing, and he's taking notice of that. The guy's already a jerk, you know, for, you know, picking a fight with, or, you know, verbally instigating this, so he's probably seeing you as an easy target right now. And he sees that you're not confident. Goes to phase 3. Or one last thing, maybe you say something like, I'm sorry," and you do like one of these. It's still not going to help by you saying that in this case. So phase 3. Basically at this time, you know, he's going to say, "Yo, man, you ain't sorry. I saw you looking," something like that. You know, there's a lot of things that can be said back. He's not going to let it go. You know, you try to ignore him at this point. You know, maybe you decide to get up and leave. You're like, I got to get out of here, which is a good idea, but in most cases, he's not going to let that happen. You have your group of friends, and they're all of a sudden realize what's going on here. So at this phase, you know, he's keeping it going. You're still kind of nervous. You're trying to get out of the scene. Maybe you're just trying to hope it goes away. Phase 4. Maybe you have decided to kind of try to get up and walk away. You talk to your friends like, hey, this guy's giving me a hard time. Let's just go. You're acting very nervous. And he sees that, and then he says something like, yo, where you going, man? Where you going? Looking at my girl, and now you're trying to walk away? Something like that. And probably he's calling you a bunch of names, right? Probably inviting you and saying, hey, why don't you come over here? Come over here. Where are you going? Walk this way. Why don't we settle it? You're just going to walk away? You're not going to walk away so easy. And he and his friends pursue you and catch up with you, right? Let's see, what else? You might even start to maybe break down a little bit. Like, if you're acting this way, it probably means you don't like to deal with any type of, conflict or involvement like this, and you're not used to it. So you might even like start to tear up or something like that, and he's going to pick up on that right away when it gets close. So anyway, phase 5, right? Now he's in your face. His friends are there. He's got you backed up. You're trying to walk and get around him maybe, or just very scared in this situation. This is that scenario. You're very scared, and you're just trying to get away, and he's picking up on that. At this point, he's probably in your face. He's calling you all sorts of names. There might be a little push action, little shoulder, elbow hit to you. He might even try to flick your ear just to show you that he's going to do whatever he wants to you, and he knows you're not going to do anything back, and it's making him very empowered around his friends for doing this and everyone else, and that's what he gets off on, and you're allowing him to do that. At this point, he may do things where he's kind of up and messing up your hair, pushing you more. You're trying to walk away. He's following you. He's pushing you in the back. You keep walking away. Tries tripping you. Maybe he spits on you. I mean, all sorts of things, because he wants to fight you. He wants to punch you and beat you, and you're so afraid because you don't want to get in a fight, and you just want to get out of there. And chances are, sometimes it usually doesn't lead to a fight. At this point, a lot of people probably see it. Someone's called security or the cops, something like that, and it breaks up. And he says some parting words or whatever, and they break it up. Nothing happens to him because he never really did anything. And your ego is shattered. You feel awful. And in some form or fashion, some of us may have been there on some level here, and it will stick with you. So, wasn't the best way for you to handle it. I mean, you got out of it because you didn't get in a fight. Which is good, but it's still not the best scenario, which we're going to cover in the next video called Win-Win. Okay, hope you got a lot from this. Again, if you have any questions on any of this, please feel free to email me or talk to me in the boxing gym. Thanks.